Hello students, in this video we will start with the chapter pollution. Now do you know what is pollution? If you have to define pollution, pollution is the contamination of natural environment causing harmful effects to the ecosystem. Now the pollution can be caused due to various reasons. Mostly the toxins which are released from the factories and they are released into the water bodies. All these toxins causes pollution in water. The toxins which are released in the air causes pollution in the air, and mostly the pollution that comes out from the car and from the vehicle, that is called as vehicular pollution, it leads to air pollution. Then another type of pollution is soil pollution, that whatever the garbage that is there we dump into the soil, all that leads to soil pollution. So in this chapter we will be studying about the different types of pollution. We will be studying about what is pollutants, what is pollution, etc. Now, where do we see pollution around us? So, pollution is seen in the entire surrounding. The water bodies are heavily polluted due to release of effluents, ocean, river, then ponds. All of these are polluted because of the release of pollutants. Various type of pollutants are released to the industrial effluents and domestic sewage, which is also mixed into the water. So, all these things are called as pollutants. So, if you have to define pollutants, factors which are affecting the natural functions of the ecosystem and causing harmful effect on biotic and abiotic factors are called as the pollutants. Now, pollutants may be natural or man-made. Now, if you have to say what are natural pollutants, so natural pollutants are usually from the air, like the wind, dust which is there in the soil particles. Those are called as the natural pollutants. And man-made pollutants, we all know we release a lot amount of pollutants, that is called as the man-made pollutants, which we make. For example, the effluents which are released, the fertilizer, the chemical insecticides, the spray that we use, all of these comes under the man-made pollution. Let us start with the first type of pollution, that is air pollution. Now, what is air pollution? Air pollution is the contamination of air by harmful substances like poisonous gases, smoke, then microbes, soil particles, etc. These all together combine to form air pollution. Now, there are various hazardous gases that are released through the fuel combustion. So when, like through fuel combustion, various gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, various oxides of nitrogen, all of these are released into the air, and these gases are the main reason for the global warming, because they get trapped in the air, and because of which the amount of carbon and the oxygen, which the proportion should be there, that is disturbed, and because of which our earth is getting heat up day by day. So it is all because of these gases only, and indirectly it is causing air pollution. Now, the reasons for air pollution can be natural as well as man-made. Let us first look at the natural reasons. Now, air pollution can be caused because of the volcanic eruption. We all know whenever the volcano erupts, because of the heat which is there inside, lot amount of gases which is there inside, that is released. Liquid materials which is there, that inside the volcano, that is released. Many solid particles are released, and most importantly, many materials like hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, vapor, dust, all of this is released because of the volcanic eruption, and all of this leads to air pollution. Even in earthquake, whenever any earthquake takes place, at that time also various poisonous gases and water vapors which are present in the interior of the earth, which are present inside the earth, because of the earthquake, the earth gets break up, we have cracks, and those gases can be released out, and it leads to air pollution. Then that is cyclone and dust storm. We all know what happens in cyclone. It is the cyclone brings lot amount of dust and soil particles, from which can also leads to air pollution. Another is forest fires. Whenever any forest fire takes place, we have many gases which is released into the environment like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, all these oxides which are gases which are there, they all causes pollution. And even whenever forest fire takes place, it's in the forest, it is like not that possible to stop the forest fires because the dry leaves are there and the fire spreads very fast. Another reason is microbes which are present in the air, the pollens which are present in the air, the spores which are present in the air, they also leads to air pollution. Next are the man-made reasons, the things that man has made and because of which the air pollution is caused. So the number one reason is burning of fuel. So carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, all of this is released because of the burning of fuel. And what type of fuel do we burn? We burn kerosene, petrol, diesel, coal, all of these are fuels only. So whenever you burn fuel, so the amount of gases which are released into the environment, those leads to the air pollution. Another thing is burning of solid waste and agricultural waste. Now, the most common way to remove the solid waste or to get rid of the solid waste is to burn it. But when you are burning the solid waste, it is also releasing very harmful gases into the environment, and this leads to air pollution. Industrialization, the smoke which is released from the industrialization, it has all the oxides, and even sometimes there are many like seed particles which interfere into the air, so all of this leads to air pollution. And another important air pollution caused is because of the atomic energy plants and atomic blast, and these the gases which are released, they are very harmful. They can be radioactive, like uranium is there, thromium is there. These are radioactive gases which can be released, and these atoms, if it is released into the environment, they will release radiation, and along with air pollution, it may even damage the human habitat. Now, what are the effects of air pollution on plants and animals? Now, there has been many examples of air pollution. For example, the Bhopal gas tragedy. We have all known about the Bhopal gas tragedy, because of which many people were killed because of the leak of some harmful gas. And this Bhopal gas tragedy was very harmful, as the gas which was released, it was released at night and many people died. So these are the effects of air pollution. Now these effects, because of the pollution, even plants can have some effects, even animals can have some effect. In plants, the stomata which is there, the opening which is there in the leaves for the transpiration, all those things, there's a stomata opening which is there, it gets blocked because of the pollution. Even the photosynthesis rate is reduced because the uh, the sunlight which is there, it has lot amount of pollution which is there, and as the leaf is being covered with the polluted stuff, so the photosynthesis process also reduces. Even the growth of the plant which is there, it is retarded, and because of many pollution, most of the leaves which are there, they become yellow fast and fall off. In animals, we can have respiratory problems, we can suffer, especially if people are working in any industry which is based on some pollutants. So if any smoke and all is released all the time, those people suffer from respiratory disorders, and because of the harmful gases, even eyes can be irritated, and even our body can be irritated because of the respiratory problems. Sometimes many people can get cancer also, as the radiations can be uh, affected their body. The radioactive substances which are there, they can come in contact with the radioactive substance and can lead to cancer and many other type of diseases. So these are the effects of air pollution on plants and animals. Now, do you know what is ozone layer? The infrared and ultraviolet rays in the solar radiation do not reach the Earth's surface due to the ozone layer. And this layer works as an umbrella, helping in protection of the living organism. If the ozone layer won't be there, then the harmful rays will directly come on the Earth, and the survival of living organisms will be impossible. Now, what are the reasons for the depletion in ozone layer? So chlorofluorocarbons are the important air pollutants which are responsible for the destruction of the ozone molecules. Now, one molecule of ozone reacts with many molecules of ozone, causing the destruction of ozone molecules. Now, these substances were used as coolants in refrigerator, aerosol sprays, jets. Now, these chlorofluorocarbons, they release into the air and they combine with the ozone molecules and they destroy the ozone layer. And you can imagine that if the ozone layer is destroyed or if there are holes in the ozone layer, then the UV rays will directly come on the earth and the survival will be impossible, as the UV rays and ultraviolet rays, these will lead to cancer and many other diseases in humans and other living organisms. Now children, we all know that our earth is surrounded with various gases. Now around our earth there is an important gas, that is carbon dioxide. Now carbon dioxide is present in our atmosphere and around the earth. Now this carbon dioxide which is present, it absorbs the solar radiation, and because it is absorbing the solar radiation, this is the reason why our earth is warm. And if they will not be able to absorb, then the earth won't be able to remain warm. Now what is happening, as because of various burning of fuel and industrialization, the amount of carbon dioxide which should be there around the atmosphere, it has increased. And as more and more carbon dioxide is increasing, there is a layer which is formed around us, around the atmosphere, which is the layer of carbon dioxide, nitrous oxides, then even methane, chlorofluorocarbon. All of this, what they do is they trap more and more heat of the sun. And because as more and more heat of the sun is trapping, what is happening, our earth is becoming warmer and warmer. And as these gases causes warming of the earth, all these gases are called as greenhouse effect. Now, as more and more amount of carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, all these gases, the amount is increasing, the heat which is there, that is also increasing, and in return, many effects are being seen on the earth because of these greenhouse effects. Now, various effects, like there is global warming. We all know that the temperature is changing. Then second is climate change. You must have seen that in few years there has been a lot of climate change which is happening. In recent years, you must have seen that the rainy season lasts till October and start of November. Usually it should end by the start of September. So in this way, because of the climate change, the decrease in agricultural yields are there. Also there is a threat to wildlife because they are adapted to a particular temperature only. There is melting of glaciers and icebergs which is resulting into the sea level rise, and also coastal lands are submerging. All of this is because of the greenhouse effect and global warming. Now, another effect of air pollution on atmosphere is acid rain. Now, when burning of fuels takes place in the industries, the gases which are released, those are the oxides like sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon dioxide. All these oxides, they get dissolved in the rainwater and they turn into acid like sulfuric acid, nitric acid, nitrous acid. When the rain falls, so these acids fall on the ground in the form of acid rain, and this is called as the acid rain. Now what it does is, the sulfur containing air pollutants, it affects the color in the paint, oil paintings, materials such as nylon, cloth, fiber, leather articles and papers. All of these are damaged because of the acid rain. And not only these things, there has been devastating effects of acid rain on the agricultural crops, on even buildings, even plants. Very simple example of acid rain. The effect of acid rain was seen on Taj Mahal. Now we all know that Taj Mahal is made up of marble, that is calcium carbonate. Now calcium carbonate, when it reacts with acid, it changes its color, and this was easily seen as the Taj Mahal changed its color from white, it was becoming pale yellow. Now this was because of acid rain. Nearby there was an industry through which oxides were released, and those oxides, when they combined with the rain and when they fall in the form of acid, that is acid rain, so it was reacting with the Taj Mahal, with the calcium carbonate, and it was changing its color, it was damaging it. So because of which we came to know that this is the most devastating effect which is happening around us, and in this way it the acid rains which is there, it can affect the human health also. Now we all know that how harmful is air pollution, so we should all try to stop air pollution. There should be proper management which should be done to dispose solid waste material, and the atomic testing which is there, the chemical weapons, all of these things should be banned. CFC, that is the chlorofluorocarbon, which causes the depletion of ozone layer, that also should be reduced. The gases which are released from the factories, they should start using filters so that the oxides are not released into the atmosphere. In this way we all can contribute and reduce air pollution.